Okay, this is file 24-21936-FH and 24-21937-FH. People versus Matthew Louis Fonseca. We are here today for sentencing in this case. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have Mr. Glazier place your appearance on the record?
John Glazier on behalf of Mr. Fonseca.
And sir, you are Matthew Louis Fonseca?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Fonseca, have you had an opportunity to read and review your pre-sentence report?
Your Honor, before we get to the sentencing, could I address the court?
Okay.
Your Honor, Mr. Fonseca is in Dawn Farms program. He has another file, I believe another felony file. I'm not sure when it's coming up for pretrial, but we'd ask to adjourn the sentencing so we can resolve the other file. But more importantly, when we do come back for sentencing, I'm going to ask the court to consider suspending the jail recommendation. He's in a program. He obviously had some drug problems. That's what led to the thefts here that he's charged with. It's a lengthy program. I think after he's done with the program he's in now, he goes into a transitional housing, but still goes through the counseling process, I think for 2 years. Obviously, that's something the court would have to approve or consider, but we would ask the court to consider that at sentencing. I can't work out the deal. The prosecutors are all gone today, so I can't work out the other file, but adjourn it so maybe I can work out the other file, and then we would proceed to sentencing after we get the new file dovetailed into it.
Okay, it looks like he has a pretrial in that other case on December 18th.
Could we just put this over to that day? And again, I probably would not ask I would probably ask them to put the sentencing over to whenever we get sentenced on the new file, once we get that worked out.
Okay.
How long have you been in the program, Matt?
Close to 2 months.
2 months, and then when are you done, and then you have to go into transitional housing?
That's gonna be like in the middle of next month.
The middle of next month, okay. Try to get us a more accurate date to when that occurs, okay?
Okay.
So, Mr. Glazier, do you think you're going to be able to get the other case resolved at the next pretrial, or what are we?
Yeah, I'll have to call whatever prosecutors handle it. They're just gone up at the funeral today. I think the whole office.
Okay. Okay. So why don't we adjourn this sentencing to January 24th, and then, assuming you're able to get the other case worked out at the December 18th pretrial, we'll be able to set the sentencing for that case on the same date.
Yep, I think that's a good way to do it, China.
Okay.
That's why you're the judge. You know how to do these things. I would have trouble.
It might even, I don't know if that might even end up being too soon, but we can see. Because by the time he clicks to the next one, we gotta have time to do an update, that's all.
Right.
But we can set it for that date and just see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, if it doesn't work, just let me know and we can bump that
Right.
to the next week.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
like
so for
5
now, we'll
weeks.
set that for January 24th at 8:15 a.m.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Fonseca, you are all set. You can go ahead and log out.
All right. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Glazier. You also have Mr. Ballard.
Yes, I had Mr. Ballard.
Okay. Let's do Price. So, okay. We are
Judge,
on record. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, is there a Nicole in the waiting room? If you could let her in, she's foster care worker. Thank you.
Judge, it's going to be a great year. Michigan beat Ohio State again. It's going to be a wonderful year. I just thought Miss Walsh would like to know that.
I could not agree more with you.
Have you seen the tree in front of the courthouse? Who decorated all red and white?
Oh, no, I didn't notice that. That's probably what cursed the Buckeyes.
I just saw
I
it coming
see
in.
red. I didn't see any white.
I didn't know.
Just
I
for the
haven't seen it
record.
lit up yet.
Okay, so Ms. Underwood, are we ready to proceed with Ms. Price's case? You're muted, Ms. Underwood.
I am, Your Honor.
Okay. So these are files 21-20621-FH and 22-21109-FH. People versus Kayla Ann Price, and we are here today for sentencing on a probation violation in both of those cases. We are proceeding today by video conference. Ms. Underwood, would you like to place your appearance on the record?
Rhonda Underwood for Ms. Price this morning, Your Honor.
And Ms. York, Kayla Ann Price.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Price, this is a sentencing in a felony case. As a result of that, you would have a right to be present in person in the courtroom for the sentencing hearing. I would only proceed by video conference as we're doing now if you're willing to waive that right to be here in person. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir.
Have you had an opportunity to read and review your updated pre-sentence report?
Yes, sir.
Have you had an opportunity to discuss that report with Ms. Underwood?
I have.
Do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any of the information that's in your pre-sentence report?
No, sir.
And are you satisfied with Ms. Underwood and the advice that she's given you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Underwood, is there anything that you'd like to say on behalf of Ms. Price?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, I think Ms. Price clearly has a drug issue that she needs to deal with, and she knows that, Your Honor. It's her hope, and she is very grateful for the opportunity she's being given, that through rehab and recovery court, she can address this problem finally in an appropriate way and in a long-term solution. Your Honor, I think the best thing for everyone would be a sober Ms. Price being a productive member of society, and she knows that. So, and she's had periods, but I think recovery court is going to stand her in good stead. I hope Ms. Teskey can get her a bed very quickly, Your Honor. I don't think it should take anywhere near 6 months. But Ms. Price very much welcomes the recovery court recommendation, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Price, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf before the court passes sentence?
Just that I think that a case at recovery court would be something that's really fitted for me. I've never tried it in the past. It's a little more intense, and maybe that's what I need. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of that.
All right, thank you. I have reviewed the probation violation recommendation report prepared by Ms. Walsh, and I do think at this point that the recommendation for recovery court is appropriate. It's clear that Ms. Price has very difficult substance abuse problem. Recovery court is designed to do its best work for high risk and high needs people, and I think that Ms. Price at this point fits that qualification, and so I am going to follow the recommendation. It is, Ms. Price, you'll find out more work than just being on probation. I hope that you're willing to put that work in, because recovery courts have a good and strong track record of doing a lot of good and moving people past their substance abuse issues, if you're willing to do that work. So it will be the sense of the court that you be continued on probation, and that you complete the Lenawee County Recovery Court. You must serve 6 months in the Lenawee County Jail, but you can be released as soon as a treatment, or as soon as a bed in a residential treatment facility becomes available. You have the ability to request an appeal of your sentence. I'm going to send to you 3 copies of a notice of right to appellate review and request for appointment of attorney form for each file. So you get 2 sets of 3. You need to sign one of those forms for each file and return that to the court. That just indicates you received your copies of those forms. If you wanted to appeal your sentence, you would need to fill out the remaining portion of the form and mail that to the address listed in the form within 42 days. Do you understand that? Do you understand that, Ms. Price?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you are all set for today then. You can let the officer that's with you know that you're done with court for today.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, Kayla.
Thank you, Ms.
I'm sorry, I
Palmer.
didn't mention any credit, and there would be.
I believe it's 25 days, Judge.
Yes, 25 days credit toward this violation and 109 days credit toward it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set then, Ms. Price. Good luck to you in recovery court.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, Kayla.
Thank you, Ms. Walls. Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Yes, please. All right, Ms. Underwood, Mr. Clymer is here. Do you need to speak to him?
Well, is there an AG here, Your Honor?
There is not. And you said you were expecting a nollie cross on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's go on the record really quick for Mr. Clymer, just so we have a record of what's happening. This is file 09-14137-FH, People versus Troy Lee Clymer. We are here today for sentencing in this case, as well as a contempt of court for failure to appear. We are proceeding today by video conference. Ms. Underwood, do you want to place your appearance on the record?
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Clymer this morning, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Underwood, you and I had some discussion off the record that you are expecting a nollie pros from the Attorney General's office. Is that correct?
That is my understanding. It's my understanding Mr. Clymer is down to zeros, or in fact is currently overpaid, Your Honor. So I believe, and I spoke with the Attorney General's office yesterday, and I know she was having them prepare one.
That would also explain why there is no one from the Attorney General's office logged in right now. It may be that they have sent that over and it's just not worked its way through our system yet. So what I am going to do, I'll just adjourn this without date. We will track down that Nolly Pros and I'll sign that as soon as we find it. And given the fact that the case is being dismissed by the Attorney General and that Mr. Clymer has apparently paid off his arrearage, I will dismiss the contempt as well.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I received I received a letter yesterday from the state of Michigan saying they're releasing me from child support and that the Lenawee County friend of the court is to release me at a later date.
Okay, that is an issue you would have to work with or work through with the friend of the court. So I, at this point, I don't know anything about that. But as far as this criminal case goes, it sounds like it's being dismissed and you're all set there. So, so you can go ahead and log out, Mr. Clymer, and unless you hear differently from the court, you don't have any future dates.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck, Mr. Clymer.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you too.
Okay, I have jail Zoom 2 device. Okay, there we go. And sir, you're Mr. Ballard?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Glaze, do you need a breakout session with Mr. Ballard?
Yes, just for a moment, Your Honor.
Okay, 1 second.
I don't believe there are any pickups this morning, Your Honor.
That is correct. I think we're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
All right, I have a device logged in as Motorola Moto G Stylus 5G 2004. Can you unmute your device, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is your name? Can you tell me your name, please?
Yes, Your Honor. It's, Cody Felton.
1 second, Mr. Felton. All right, Mr. Felton, your attorney is not logged in yet, so I'm going to put you back in the waiting room. As soon as Mr. Dagger Margosian gets logged in, I will bring you back in and we'll start your case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Glazer, you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then this is file 24-21953-FH, People versus Joseph Wallace Ballard. We are here today for sentencing in this case. We are proceeding today by video conference. Mr. Glazer, would you like to place your appearance on the record?
John Glazier on behalf of Mr. Ballard.
And sir, you're Joseph Wallace Ballard.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ballard, this is a sentencing in a felony case. As a result of that, you have a right to be present in person in the courtroom for this hearing. I would only proceed by video conference today if you're willing to waive that right and continue by video conference. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah.
Have you had an opportunity to read and review your pre-sentence report?
Yes, I did. I went through it all. It was all pretty accurate.
Okay, did you have an opportunity to discuss that report with Mr. Glazier?
Yes,
Uh, Are you satisfied with Mr. Glazier in the advice that he's given?
yes, I am.
Do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or relevancy of any of the information that is in the pre-sentence report?
No,
Mr. Glazier, does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exist any known constitutional defects?
No, Your Honor.
The probation officer has calculated the minimum sentencing guidelines in this case to be from 2 to 17 months. Do you agree with that computation of guidelines?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, before the court passes sentence then, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Ballard?
Just, Your Honor, Mr. Ballard knows that what he did here is not right. He knows he's got to change his lifestyle, and he's going to do that while he's on probation. He has indicated me that he wanted the court to know he'll do everything right while he's on probation, and you won't ever see him in your court again.
Okay, Mr. Ballard, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf before the court passes sentence?
no, I apologize for my actions, and I know I was out there living wrong. And like Glazier said, I'm gonna get it right.
All right. In determining the appropriate sentence in this case, the court has considered the seriousness of the offenses, your history, the principle of proportionality, the statutory penalty, the cost of confinement, the report and recommendation of the probation department, as well as what's been said on the record today. The criterion reasons for the sentence are the nature and gravity of the offenses, the discipline appropriate to their commission, deterrence against repetition by you and by others, vindication to the law, and the protection of society. Mr. Ballard's 32 years old, has 7 prior misdemeanor convictions, no prior felony convictions, and in this case has been convicted of carrying a concealed weapon as well as assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. The pre-sentence investigation report does indicate a history of substance use, and the recommendation in this case is for 3 years of probation, first 180 days served in the Lenawee County Jail. I do think that under the circumstances, that is an appropriate recommendation. And I do think that the probation conditions are aligned with Mr. Ballard's needs as those are disclosed on the Compass report. So I'm going to follow the recommendation in this case. It will be the sentence of the court, Mr. Ballard, you serve a probation term for 3 years, subject to the following conditions: that you not use or possess alcoholic beverages or other intoxicants. You must not enter bars or other places where the primary purpose is to serve alcoholic beverages for drinking on site, unless the field agent has first given you written permission for your employment at a specific location. You must comply with the requirements of drug and alcohol testing as directed by your field agent. You must not attempt to submit any fraudulent or adulterated samples for testing. You must not hinder, obstruct, tamper, or otherwise interfere with the testing procedures, and you must present proper identification at the time of testing. You must not use or possess any controlled substances or drug paraphernalia unless prescribed to you by a licensed physician or be with anyone that you know to possess those items. You must use prescription drugs only as prescribed by your licensed physician. You must complete a substance abuse assessment when you're referred by a field agent. You must complete mental health, domestic violence, battery intervention, or other recommended treatment following assessment by a qualified community-based service provider. You must not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with anyone who is housed within an MDOC facility without the permission of your field agent. You must not have verbal, written, electronic, or physical contact with anyone you know to be engaged in any behavior that constitutes a violation of any criminal law of any unit of government. You must not use any object as a weapon. You must not own, use, or have under your control or area of control any type or imitation of a weapon. You must not be within the company of anyone that you know to possess those items. You must submit to a search and seizure, search of your person and property, including but not limited to your vehicle, residence, and computer without need of a warrant if the field agent has reasonable cause to believe that you have items which violate the terms of your probation. You must serve 180 days in the Lenawee County Jail with credit for 125 days served. You must pay a crime victims assessment of $130, a supervision fee of $30 per month. That would get increased to $60 per month if electronic monitoring is required. I must pay $750 court costs, $60 DNA fee, and a $136 state cost. You do have the ability, Mr. Ballard, to request an appeal of your sentence. We're going to send to you at the jail 3 copies of a notice of right to appellate review and request for appointment of attorney form. When you get those forms, you need to sign one and send it back to us. That just indicates that you received your copies of those forms. If you want to appeal your sentence, you would need to fill out the remaining portion of that form and mail it to the address listed in the form within 42 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And Ms. Holly, you need him to report whenever he gets out then?
Yeah, first Tuesday you get out.
Okay, so you need to report to Ms. Holly on the first Tuesday after you're released from the Lenawee County Jail,
From 8
Okay.
to 10 in the morning.
between 8 and 10 in the morning.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you are all set then, Mr. Ballard. You can let the officer with you know that you're done with court for today.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Glazer.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have to do this morning. We'll see you later.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glazer. You want to call the public defender's office?
Thank you all.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Hey Sarah, this is Kelly. I'm looking for Michael. Sentencing on Cody Felton. All right, and thank you. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Dagan Bogosian, do you need to speak to Mr. Felton?
I'd like to, Your Honor, if he's on. Sorry, I had this on for 9. I apologize, Judge.
No problem. Give me 1 second. He's coming in right now. Mr. Felton, I'm going to put you in a breakout session with Mr. Dagger Margosian.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Dagger, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 23-21654-FH People versus Cody James Felton. We are here today for sentencing. In this case, we are proceeding today by video conference. Can I have Mr. Dagger place your appearance on the record?
Your Honor, good morning. Michael Dagger Margosian for Mr. Felton.
And sir, you are Cody James Felton?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Felton, have you had an opportunity to read and review your pre-sentence report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you had an opportunity to discuss that report with Mr. Dagger Margosian?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Dagger Margosian and the advice that he's given?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you wish to explain or challenge the accuracy or the relevancy of any of the information that is in your pre-sentence report?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Dagger Margosian, does the pre-sentence report disclose any prior convictions in which there exist any known constitutional defects?
None to my knowledge at this time, Your Honor.
And we do not have sentencing guidelines in this case because this is a misdemeanor conviction only. So, Mr. Dagger Margosian, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of Mr. Felton?
Your Honor, the PSI sums up most of what I would like the court to take into account in fashioning a sentence here. I'd ask the court to follow the recommendation of fines and costs and the restitution amount. Unfortunately, Mr. Felton indicates, I mean, he has a couple $100 in to his name, and you know, he's going to make an effort to make this to pay this back, and obviously he's going to be court ordered to do so and to pay the fines and costs. Regarding the fines and costs, I guess I would ask the court to keep it to the bare minimum if you see that to be appropriate. But other than that, you know, I think Mr. Felton just wants to move on from this. He's not associating with the individuals who were participating with this, and I guess that's all I have for the court right now.
Okay, Mr. Felton, is there anything you'd like to say on your own behalf before the court passes sentence?
Yes, Your Honor. Like when this happened, when I turned myself in. This is like a couple years old. I turned myself in so I can do better and start off on a different path. And I'm not like trying to make any excuses, but when I turned myself in, like I have the paperwork here from Calhoun County. When I turned myself in, I was illegally evicted from my apartment that I was at, and like all my stuff put out, and like Judge Judy even wanted me to come on the show, but so it really backed me up, like and put me in a hole. So like that's why I don't have the money to pay on it, but like I just want to get it all over with and just let y'all know that it's not like I'm trying not to pay it, but that's why I'm so far behind from the eviction and stuff.
Okay, give me just a moment to look something up here. Okay. All right, I have reviewed the pre-sentence investigation report and familiar as a result of that with Mr. Felton's circumstances. I think in this case, like many cases similar to this, the important thing for me is that the restitution get paid, and we do what we can to make the victim in the case whole. Given the circumstances that Mr. Felton faces, I think that the recommendation is therefore appropriate kinds of costs. So it's going to be the sentence of the court that Mr. Felton pay a fine of $50. There is mandatory crime victims fee. Sorry, I'm looking at the mandatory crime victims fee is $75, and the mandatory state cost is $30. Not going to assess the other costs based on a lack of ability to pay. And again, I think it's more important that anything that Mr. Felton can pay go toward restitution before it goes to other costs. So that do. Mr. Felton, you do have the ability to request an appeal of your sentence. Court's going to send to you 3 copies of a notice of right to appellate review and request for appointment of attorney form. When you get that form, you'll need to sign 1 copy and return it to the court. That just indicates you received your copies of those forms. If you want to appeal your sentence, you would need to fill out the remaining portion of the form and mail that to the address listed in the form within 42 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else for today, Mr. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not state the amount of restitution. That restitution amount is $951.01. Anything else for today, Mr. Dagger-Lugosi?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right. Okay, Mr. Felton, you are all set for today. Then you can go ahead and log out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, Your Honor. Thanks.
Thank you, you too.